Aristotle explains that the good for human beings consists in eudaimonia, a Greek word combining eu meaning good with daimon meaning spirit, and most often translated as happiness. Whereas he argued in a purely formal way that the good was that at which we all aim, he now gives a more substantive answer, that this universal human goal is happiness. However, he is quick to point out that this conclusion is still somewhat formal, since different people have different views about what happiness is. Some people say it's worldly enjoyment, while others say it is eternal salvation. Aristotle's theory will turn out to be naturalistic, in that it doesn't depend on any theological or metaphysical knowledge. It doesn't depend on knowledge of God or of metaphysical and universal moral norms. It depends only on knowledge of human nature and other worldly and social realities. For him, it's the study of human nature and worldly existence that will disclose the relevant meaning of the notion of eudaimonia. A large body of research in decision science has indicated that one attribute that's regularly substituted for an explicit assessment of decision costs and benefits is an effective valuation of the prospect at hand. This is often a very rational attribute to substitute. Affect does convey useful signals as to the costs and benefits of outcomes. A problem sometimes arises, however, when effective valuation is not supplemented by any analytic processing and adjustment at all. For example, sole reliance on effective valuation can make people insensitive to probabilities and to quantitative features of the outcome that should affect decisions. One study demonstrated that people's evaluation of a situation where they might receive a shock is insensitive to the probability of receiving the shock, because their thinking is swamped by effective evaluation of the situation. People were willing to pay almost as much to avoid a 1% probability of receiving a shock as they were to pay to avoid a 99% probability of receiving a shock. Clearly, the effective reaction to the thought of receiving a shock was overwhelming the subject's ability to evaluate the probabilities associated.